Hey everyone, how's it going? So, Databio has released her theories and analysis for 68 part 2. So we'll see if we agree with what she says, and we'll have to see if it becomes true or not. So yeah, let's react.
The first part of the episode 68 turned out even cooler than the previous parts. And now we are left with many interesting questions, as well as details that I and other YouTubers did not notice. And we will also discuss in detail the plot that will be in part 2 of episode 68. And also in this video, we will have a guest with whom we will also discuss some issues.
Ooh,
and in this video, you will find out what will happen to Cameraman and Speakerman Titan. What was Astro Toilet doing here, and what is his plan, and when will we see him again? Why will Simp Cameraman be a traitor, and when will we see him?
Really? Really, Databio? You think he's a traitor?
Why did we see the very first Skibidi toilet at the end of part 1 of episode 68? Where did TV Man get the ability to teleport his body parts, and where did it actually come from? Why was large TV Man afraid to enter this laboratory? Why couldn't the parasite infect TV Man, and what weaknesses does TV Man have? The video will turn out to be legendary as always, as we will delve into the deepest analysis of this episode, and also the next one. Also, if you like the Skibidi multiverse, then don't forget to subscribe to Elite Clockwoman because the coolest analyses of this universe are published there. Also,
put down in comments if you want me to react to her analysis videos, because I think it might be interesting to see her point of view as well.
But if you like the amazing digital circus, then subscribe to my second channel where I analyze this universe in detail. And also don't forget to subscribe to my Discord, as my
definitely go check her Discord out. It is really good. And if you haven't done so already, check her channel out and go and subscribe to her, because she has some awesome analysis videos. She releases some great details.
Subscribers there are the very first to receive leaks and also news about the Skibidi toilet. Hello friends, you're on the channel. Subscribe to the channel and press the like button under the video to speak.
And please also subscribe to this channel and press the like button here as well, because every little helps. And we are so close to making YouTube partnership, and I'd really appreciate it if we can get to that before the end of the year. So please also watch the entirety of this video and maybe go and check out my other videos as well.
Speed up the release of the next video. And let's go. And let's start with the Titan TV Man. Where does he get such abilities? And why couldn't the parasite infect him? At this moment,
he's got self-defense.
TV Man glows purple and there are purple lightning bolts. But when Gmail attacked him with his lasers, new yellow lightning appeared on the core. And this is a special ability to absorb energy. And the TV Man absorbed all the energy of Gmen's lasers, and because of this, they burned out. And we can see that Gmail himself is shocked by this. But after successfully destroying all Gmails, we see how the parasite tries to infect TV Man, but he is hit by purple lightning and he dies. But why did this happen? And you might think that this is another new ability of TV Man, but in fact it is not. The parasite could not infect TV Man because TV Man absorbed too much energy. And
wait. Do you think so? I think it's a self-defense thing. I don't think it's because he's absorbed too much energy. I feel like even if he didn't absorb that energy, he would still be able to do this self-defense mechanism.
And this little parasite could not cope with it. And in this moment, you can see that.
But I mean, she could be right. I guess we'll have to wait and see on like a new episode. Like maybe if a parasite tries its luck again, maybe it will get through because Titan TV Man hasn't managed to absorb like any energy from anyone.
TV Man's core glows as usual. But while he absorbed Gmail's energy, then his core became much brighter, which means that it is full of energy, and because of this, the parasite could not infect him. And I think that TV Men can be infected, but here you need a huge parasite, like the one that was on the Speaker Man in episode 57. And it's
I don't know, I feel like, I'm sorry to keep pausing it on this point, but I feel like the Alliance have learnt their lesson from the parasites, and they're trying to build in more self-defense mechanisms to stop this from happening again.
Important note that the parasite that infected the Speaker Man in episode 32 was small, but it was able to infect him. Since the Speaker Man
because they didn't have that self-defense at the time, because they didn't know these things were able to do what they do.
Not very strong. But then the toilets replaced the small parasite with a large one, and this means that the parasite was able to infect him. But in the future, he could not cope with the Speaker Man, and according to this, he was replaced. And I think if you take a huge parasite, then he will be able to infect the TV Man. You can also notice that this parasite has some kind of buttons and new technologies. And this means that this is an improved parasite, as this was not the case with previous parasites. And if you take this particular type of parasite and make him large, then it will be able to infect TV men. I think we've sorted this out. And now let's talk about TV Man's abilities, namely the teleportation of body parts. I already said in my videos that the characters from anime Naruto had the same ability. Their one character could also do such teleports. But I also have another version, and I think that it is more likely. This ability was taken from the game Portal. I have not played this game, but I saw that there are the same abilities. Kind of,
because obviously in Portal, you need those portals, those with that portal gun. That's probably where the idea was taken from.
With teleportation, and this game is also from Valve, also like the Source Filmmaker program. And we know that Defuk really loves the Valve company, and I think he took this ability from this game. Also, many say that screen TV men have their own intelligence, and these are parts from other TV men. Since we saw that they have different emojis. Perhaps this is true, but perhaps not. Also, Defuk Boom not long ago published a short version of episode 68. In part 1, a funny emoticon appeared on the small screen. And so, we talked about the Titan TV Man. But not much later I will tell you about his weaknesses and why he can be defeated. But believe me, the videos will just start. And now there will be such crazy theories and details that you better get ready. And now let's welcome my special guest.
Hello, everyone, friends. Congratulations to all of us on the release of part 1 of episode 68. Thanks to Databeo for the invitation. I am very glad to be present in this video.
Hello Moby, and thank you for coming. And I think that the audience will be shocked by what we tell them in this video. But let's take it in order, and let's start with the Titan Cameraman and the Titan Speakerman. Now they are very wounded and they do not have the strength to fight. But what will happen to them, and will they receive any improvements in the future?
In fact, it is difficult to say when this will happen and whether it will happen at all.
It's going to happen. It's just a case of when will it happen. But I think it will.
Sometimes it seems that this battle will not end soon. This episode, it seems to me, was a little lull before something serious. I have a theory that maybe one of the Titans could get badly hurt again. Maybe Astro Toilets has some kind of secret weapon. And when the Titan TV Man is distracted, the toilets will attack the tired and damaged Titans.
Maybe. Moby's definitely onto something here.
This is a good theory, and I think that this is just the beginning of the battle, and a more serious battle will be in episode 69 or 70. And it seems to me that the Cameraman Titan may die very soon, because the Titans are now very...
I hope not. It's probably possible that it could happen, because Titans probably do need to die at some point. Like, as much as we don't want them to, the chances are they probably will.
Very wounded. But there is a TV Man Titan with them. But Titan TV Man can be distracted, and the army of toilets or the Titan Gmail can defeat the Titans. It will not be an easy fight for the Titan Gmail. But still,
Gmail. I love her use of Gmail rather than G-Man. I love her. Everyone else uses G-Man, but Databaya uses Gmail. It's just so good.
I think that he will be able to defeat the Titans alone.
And everyone always picks up on it as well. You always see it in chat. People are like, oh, why does she pronounce it as Gmail? And it is probably because she wants to be different and she wants people to pick up on that because that's like a unique character for her.
Since in episode 65, the copy of Gmail was very strong, and the Speakerman Titan could not defeat even the copy alone. And now the Cameraman is completely exhausted, and it seems to me that if the toilets can distract the Titan TV Man, then the Gmail Titan can easily destroy the two wounded Titans. For some reason, I think that the Titans will no longer be improved.
Wait, did she use G-Man then, rather than Gmail?
And it seems to me that if the toilets can distract the Titan TV Man, then the Gmail Titan can easily destroy the two wounded Titans.
Gmail.
For some reason, I think that the Titans will no longer be improved, since they have already been improved. And it seems to me that they should not be improved indefinitely. Since it will no longer be interesting, the series must continue. And I think that soon one of the Titans will die heroically.
There needs to be some kind of, like, pain point for the Alliance and for the Skibidi toilets to have some kind of power over the Alliance for us to kind of react and be like, oh no, what's going to happen? Like, he needs to keep making it more and more interesting. And the only way he can do that, or eventually the only way he'll be able to do that, is by killing some of the Titans off. At least one of them, possibly two, maybe all three. Like, who knows?
Heroic death. And it is then that a new race with its own Titan will appear.
Ooh. We have seen some people talk about a new race, like a computer race, which would be interesting because it does seem like it could go that way, especially if you're kind of looking at like the history of technology. If he is putting like the history of technology into it, then computers could be next. It could be the next race.
And the series will continue. Someone must die. Someone must suffer. And this happens in all series. But these are just my theories. And you decide for yourself to believe me or not. But many of my theories have already come true. And perhaps the theory will also come true. Anyway, I was very interested in the UFO toilet that appeared in this episode. And
that was interesting.
It in my videos, but what is he doing here, and what is his plan?
I think Astro Toilets are studying Titan. Maybe they want to find his weaknesses so they can attack him in the future.
I think they're studying both sides because they had an argument with G-Man and the scientist, and they retreated away. So I feel like they will want to attack both sides, or whichever side is winning. They will probably want to attack like that winning side.
Or they study it in order to make a similar Titan for themselves in the future.
Maybe.
Indeed, in the series, we often saw how Skibidi toilets copy the technology of the Alliance of Agents. I think we'll also notice them in the next episodes. After all, if the agents can defeat the Skibidi scientist and the Titan G toilet, they will think that all their main enemies have been defeated. But as soon as they relax, Astro Toilets will attack them. It's not accurate, but it seems that way to me.
I'm sure that UFO Toilet watched the Titan TV Man and studied his abilities. And I think that we have already seen all the abilities of the Titan TV Man. Perhaps he will also have an energy shield or another additional screen light. But that's all. And now Astro
I don't think we've seen Titan TV Man's full power and full potential just yet. I feel like this is just the beginning of what we've seen.
Toilets know all of his abilities, and I assure you that they will have a plan to defeat him, because they are very smart and cunning. And it seems to me that the next time we will see them in episodes 69 or 70, more likely in episode 70, since episodes 50 and 60 were very important. And episode 70 will also be very important, and it is in this episode that we will see a new plot twist, from which we will be shocked, as it was in episode 60. And I think that in the next episodes, we will see new types of Astro Toilets and perhaps even a whole army of them. And in a few more episodes, we will see the Astro Titan who will be ready to fight with the TV Man Titan, and this will be the most incredible fight in the entire history of the series. Now they know about all the abilities of TV Man Titan, and they will have a crazy plan, and I think that they will be able to defeat him. And TV Man will no longer be the most powerful character, and they will be able to defeat him. But we will return to him a little later. And now let's talk about what awaits us in this laboratory, and why the large TV Man didn't want to go there.
I think that inside we will see a lot of Skibidi mutants, and these will be specifically mutants, and not the usual Skibidi toilet. Most likely the scientist defended this place very well, because he flew inside the bunker for a reason, and did not stay to fight. Perhaps there is a large robot with arms and legs in a secret laboratory, and when Skibidi scientist joins this robot, he will look like a real Titan of the Alliance. But I think that even this opponent Titan TV Man will be able to destroy. And as for the large
Probably, but he will struggle.
TV Man, I have two options. Either he knows what we don't know and wants us to observe it, or he is afraid of what is inside and therefore prefers to appear there only when it is necessary. After all, TV Mans do not risk their lives, they try to save them, because there are very few such agents in the entire series. I also have another interesting theory, but I will tell it on my channel in a new video, so
yeah, we will have to wait. I will react to that one as well. If you want me to react to it, let me know in the comments down below.
Be sure to go and watch my videos.
And here I completely agree with you. And perhaps TV men are simply afraid to go there because they value their lives very much.
Also, I wonder if Data Bio will turn up in Moby's video. We'll have to wait and see.
And we have never seen one of the TV men die. If there is danger, they always leave.
It's true.
Or as you said, then it's possible that he knows that there's something terrifying in this laboratory. And that's why he's afraid to go there. And he'll only go there if something happens. Or he's a traitor, and I know that you are already tired of hearing about betrayal. But for some reason, I don't believe TV men. Although this TV man seems kind since he saved the agents in episode 66. But still I suspect them because I don't understand where TV men's technology came from in the toilets. And you might think that one of TV men were killed and experiments were carried out on him, but as I said earlier, I have never seen one of the TV men killed. They all always move away from danger. And for some reason, the Titan TV men have the same small lasers like toilets.
That is an interesting theory, actually, because we haven't seen a TV death. So how would they have gotten that power? But surely, I don't know, they must have been injured or something. Or like, when Titan TV Man was injured, could they have taken a TV from him? I don't know. Or, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, I guess.
Namely the parasite who was in episode 65. And don't you think that's strange? Of course, TV men are now helping the Alliance.
Yeah.
But it seems to me that they are up to something, and I hope we will soon find out the whole truth. But what about the laboratory? I also think that there is a large army of toilets, and not ordinary toilets, but special types that we have not seen before.
Yes.
Perhaps even other Skibidi scientists who do experiments on people. And there is probably a very large room, and in the center, perhaps a new body of a Skibidi scientist. And it will be similar to our Titans, and the scientist will climb into this body and run away.
I love the reference to Pacific Rim as well. Such a great movie. Like, I know it's based on, I think it's based on comics. I haven't read the comics, but they will probably be great as well. But yeah, I love the references to that.
But why will he run away? I think that even in a new body, he will not risk fighting with the Titan TV man. And this laboratory will be destroyed.
Maybe. Unless he becomes overly confident, which he could do. Because if he's in a new body, he'd be like, wow, this body can destroy you. And then he'd become too cocky, too confident, and end up losing.
But the scientist will have time to take his notes on research and also this new body, which will also be able to teleport. Perhaps this will happen, and we will definitely see a squad of women who will come to help the agents who are inside the laboratory.
Also, another thing. So we've seen camera woman POV on Dom Studios version. It would be great if we could get this same kind of POV on the Fuchs universe. I think that would be cool. It would definitely change things up a bit.
And there will be a very cool battle. But I have another and very crazy theory, and it is connected with Simp Cameraman, but more on that a little later. But let's get back to the TV Man Titan.
I can't wait
do you think
find
someone
her
will be able to
theory
defeat
out.
the TV Man Titan? And what awaits us in part 2 of episode 68?
Well, at the moment, Titan TV Man is really one of the most powerful characters in this universe of Skibidi Toilet. And I believe that now there is no opponent who could defeat the Titan TV Man. Perhaps Astro Toilets will make an exact copy of the Titan TV Man, and in the future we will see how one Titan TV Man will fight another, the evil Titan TV Man. But that's just my theory. Actually, I do not know what will happen next, but I am very interested to...
I mean, none of us does. Only the Fook knows. And he probably is still trying to figure things out as he goes along.
Find out, and I will look forward to the next episode. And what do I expect from the second part of episode 68? I expect to see an interesting and sometimes creepy adventure of agents in the secret bunker of the opponents.
Yes.
It is likely that
hopefully we get some kind of like horror aspect. That'd be really cool.
Be some interesting plot twist in the plot of the second part of episode 68. Maybe we'll see Simp Cameraman, or maybe we'll see a whole new kind of Skibidi Toilet, or even maybe we'll get a teaser or a hint of a new agent race.
And I think that we will see a very interesting battle in the laboratory and the new invention of toilets. And I also think that we will see a Simp Cameraman in the next episode. And now I will explain everything. But first, let's listen to Moby what he thinks about the Simp Cameraman.
As I mentioned earlier in my videos, there are two options: either Simp Cameraman has switched to the dark side of Skibidi Toilet, and is now actively helping toilets develop new inventions, or he is still loyal to the alliance of agents and now he is simply being held hostage at a secret base of opponents. I think the chance of seeing him in the second part of episode 68 is about 50%. He will either help the agents win and get out of this bunker, or on the contrary, he will interfere in every possible way and try to destroy his agent brothers, and perhaps we will even see the battle of Simp Cameraman with Plunger Cameraman.
I also think that we will see in the next episode a simp cameraman.
That would be interesting, actually, to have simp cameraman versus plunger man, especially if he has like baseball bats or hammers or something. That would be an interesting like route to take.
But for some reason, I am 99% sure that he is already on the side of the toilets. And now I will explain everything. The simp cameraman served the agents of the Alliance very well. He bravely fought with the toilets and did everything orders. But how was he thanked for his service? They left him to die in part 2 of episode 57. Although TV Woman could have taken him too, since we know that she can teleport several agents at once. But she did not do this, and for this, I don't like her. And now I'll show you an example of why simp cameraman...
You don't like her because of that? Because she didn't take away simp? I mean, come on. Plunger Man needed to be saved. Maybe she could have come back and saved him as well, but like, come on.
Thanked for his service. They left him to die in part 2 of episode 57. Although TV Woman could have taken him too, since we know that she can teleport several agents at once. But she did not do this, and for this, I don't like her. And now I'll show you an example of why simp cameraman will be a villain.
I disapprove of that comment, but I guess it's her opinion, and we have to respect that opinion. So you know, but I disagree. I think she's still a great TV woman character.
Anyone who watched the movie Star Wars knows that Anakin Skywalker fought with his teacher, but he was also left to die. But the main villains saved him and they gave him life again. And then he became Darth Vader and became a villain and killed his own allies. And it seems to me that after part 2 of episode 57, when the Titans flew away and all the agents left there, the toilets flew there and they took this cameraman with them. And they saved his life and they improved him. And now he is on their side and already in part 2 of episode 68. We will see him in the laboratory, but he will already be a villain and perhaps will occupy an important role in the army toilets. And he will have a different body and he will not look much like himself. And I understand that this is a very crazy theory, but for some reason I am very confident in it, since my theories often came true. And I think that simp cameraman will be a villain. And he will have his own arc, and this will be a grand twist in the plot that will continue for a very long time.
It would be a grand twist.
And I hope that Mr. DeFook will watch this video, and maybe something will come up with this, since the theory is very good, but perhaps DeFook has already come up with everything, and we just need to wait for part 2 of episode 68. Anyway, but why did we see the very first Skibidi toilet in this episode? In fact, everything is very simple. DeFook decided to remind us how the Skibidi toilet began, and so that we could compare the very first episode and what is happening now. And TV men destroyed this old one version of toilet. Since Skibidi
they're like, you old, get out of here.
Toilet is already much more than just a joke. It is already a whole universe with its own history, emotions, and worries for the main characters.
Oh, I guess, yeah, because it's kind of like, oh, you're a joke, you're old, get out. And then he just easily gets destroyed. So that is kind of a cool reference point.
And this series can still surprise us and remain in everyone's memory. And for comparison, watch all the episodes from the beginning and you will see how the plot progressed with each new episode, and how the quality of animation improved. Large-scale battles like in episode 66 already look like the Avengers, and it seems that Mr. Boom has already reached the limit in quality. But in fact, there is still room to go.
I don't think he's reached his limit just yet.
Anyway, I almost forgot to tell you about the week to go, and it seems that Mr. Boom to improve new episodes. Anyway, I almost forgot to tell you about the weaknesses of TV Man Titan, and I have several options on how to defeat him. You can distract him so that he disconnects all his screens, and at that time, attack his body with a whole army of toilets, and destroy this small screen, because it is responsible for the movements of the body.
Definitely need to destroy that core. I think maybe the TV buckle as well.
And if it is destroyed, then the TV man will not be able to move. We were shown this in episode 49 when...
Because I feel like it's the TV on the belt buckle that is controlling the body.
The TV woman disconnected her head from her body, and her body did not move, but when the head returned, she was able to move. I think if there is a large army of toilets and everyone attacks at once, then perhaps they will be able to destroy this screen and then destroy his body. The Astro toilet can also do this. The UFO toilet is very fast. And if the TV man was also distracted, he could instantly destroy this screen and then the rest of the screens.
Maybe.
But I have another option, and it is related to the absorption of energy. TV man successfully absorbed the rays of the Gmail, and his core became much brighter. And the principle is that if there were several such Gmail with lasers, then they could shoot at the same time into the core of the TV man. And TV man would begin to absorb this energy.
Concentrate
but due to the
power.
fact that there would be a lot of energy, his core would not withstand it and explode. TV man's core is powerful, but even this core must have a limit, and it will not be able to absorb energy endlessly. His body simply cannot withstand it. And I will give you an example from my favorite anime. In this battle, Naruto fought with the same enemy who could absorb energy. But Naruto outwitted this girl, and he endlessly poured energy into her, and she absorbed it from this. Her device that absorbed energy broke because there was too much energy. And the same will happen with TV Man Titan if you take, for example, 5 or 10 strong mutants with lasers and they simultaneously shoot at his core.
That could happen,
then his core will not withstand so much energy and it will break. But I want to say that it's unlikely that this will happen in the series. But from a logical point of view, the theory is very good. And I wanted to tell you that no matter how strong he is, he can be defeated. And Astro Toilets will be able to come up with a good plan so that TV Man loses. Anyway, today there was an amazing video where I answered a lot of questions and there were also theories. And I spent the whole day making this video, so I hope you like it for my efforts. Also, be sure to subscribe to my guest, Moby, because he has very good videos on his channel.
Many thanks to Databayo for the invitation. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and like it, and also check out my channel. I have a lot of interesting theories.
Bye bye, Moby. And this is where our video ends. Also write Databayo 555 in the comments, who watched up to this point, and you were on the channel.
Yeah, that was a really good theories and analysis. I thoroughly enjoyed their sort of their collaboration together. Moby and Databayo, like, together make some very good points. We'll have to just wait and see, like, what happens. There's some things I agree with, some things I don't necessarily agree with. Don't know why I was saying agree, but yeah. So yeah, there's a few things like I agree with and a few things I disagree with. But let me know what your thoughts in the comments down below. Like, what are the things you agree with? What don't you agree with? Are there any things? Are there any things I said that you agree with or not necessarily agree with? Like, let me know in the comments down below. And I hope you tuned in this far. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more. You're my heroes, and I will see you in the next one.